Hello there.
Hi Sean, hello too.
Hello, folks. Sorry about making you listen to the, the soundtrack. Oh, thank you very much for the sub there. The 74 month sub. Hello to you. I like the pug emote. Oh, how are we doing, folks? Let's start stepping. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Good start. So I was struggling with this, wasn't I? This is hard in here, getting up to the top. And then you have to cross a bridge with a cactus. And then there's you have to walk circularly up a slippy slope to get to the top. Although I don't think you have to. I think you just can if you want to. And I want to. Or maybe I don't want to. We shall see, eh? So, how are we all today? It's been snowing here. It's partially why I was late. I went for a walk in the snow. Oh my god, alright. Gotta get back into it. Will I make it to a streak of 45 before Trump starts a war? I think we're past that point now, aren't we? Did he just say he was cold as well? Okay. He's just falling over. I'm such a freak, by the way. Like, Ashley's sleeping next to a radiator with a duvet on it over another blanket. I'm sleeping with my radiator off and the window open under a single sheet.
God.
It's crazy, man. I'm never going to be able to do this, like, first thing, am I? It'll take hours of practice. I've completely forgotten how he steps. Can't deal with the slippiness. Legs are just falling out from under him. I'm keeping an eye on that war crimes betting site. They told the oil companies before they told Congress. I don't think you really have a like, the thing with the Roman Senate, right, is long after all of the power had been, like, taken away by the emperors, they kept meeting and pretending for, like, centuries. It was like a social club for like rich families who wanted to feel important, but they didn't actually do anything. And I feel like America's kind of heading in that direction, you know? Now the president just does stuff.
Hello there.
What a delightful start to the year we've had. Nothing dramatically controversial at all.
Agreed, Cassie. Thank you very much for the 62 months sub.
Oh,
It definitely feels like he's more prone to falling over here than he was when I played it last week. It's like he's tired. Like, because they're not going to want to give up, like, you know, they get, like, healthcare and, you know, security detail. They probably get on planes fairly easily. They're not going to go, oh, we're an impotent body that doesn't matter anymore, so we won't have our salaries and pensions now. Like, obviously, they'll keep turning up for work, you know? Just, you know, I don't know, play Bejeweled on their phones or something. And wait to find out what the president did with everyone else. Easy job if you can get it. I saw a clip of Schumer saying the Republicans really need to step up. Yeah, right. The Republicans should step up and challenge Trump. Like, beyond what you are, even? That's so good.
shit.
Someone should be doing my job. Not gonna be me, but someone should be. Glad to see you're still working on those stairs. Yeah. Like, the stairs in here, annoyingly, this is just the first bit of this long trek upwards. And then they're deceptively difficult. They're slippy and slanted and odd sizes. But they're not the worst thing. The worst thing is this bit. Where he just falls. Still working on the red bucket, yeah. See, unfortunately, Schumer and Trump are Lucy in that analogy. There's just two of them. Whee! Like, his role is to not oppose Trump. Like, and not only to not oppose him, but to take up the space of someone who could, you know? To make sure the things that he does happen. And to mute an actual response. You know, they just, like, stomp on the left. Say, well, we all obviously think Trump's great and what he's doing is brilliant. He hasn't filed the right paperwork. The extent of our complaining about it. He didn't give us a chance to have a vote about it where we could agree with him. How are we supposed to take credit for all the blood if he doesn't give us a blood vote? There we go. We're up. Part 1. I like that Trump's sort of pettiness and vanity has kind of caused a problem in that the neoliberal capital order had already picked out the next leader of Venezuela, which is why they gave her the Nobel Peace Prize. She was the we'll put her in charge and she'll sell the country to us person.
Ow, Texas!
No! Alright. Let's do something other than the red bucket. And, Machado getting screwed is hilarious. Yeah. See, that's... Unfortunately, that's true. Like, you know... Trump decided to kidnap a guy because he wound him up. And he didn't really have a plan beyond that. And he doesn't want to put the person who is now, air quotes, supposed to be in charge because he doesn't like it for a personal slight. Like, it's just embarrassing. They clearly don't know what they're doing. They've issued so many contradictory statements about, like, okay, here's how we're going to run it. No, wait, we're not going to run it. They're going to run it, but we're going to tell them how to run it using these parameters. No, wait, different parameters. It's like... And they seem annoyed people are asking. Like, of course people are fucking asking. See, their whole thing really was... Ooh, look at that. When they came out for the press conference and were like, here's the big amazing thing we did, and now we're going to talk about how difficult it was to plan and how great we are for being able to do it. That was the point for them, really. I don't think they really thought about it past that bit. Like, even oil-wise, it doesn't really make sense. Like, are oil company, are they like, oh, by the way, we haven't got a fucking clue who's running this country or how, and it's really volatile. Would you like to invest billions there? Like, well, can we wait a minute and see how it's gonna go? There we go, look at that. Yeah, they didn't do enough setup on the we got him moment, though, because most people are like, you got who? Who did you get? Oh, that was shameful, the Twitter. I can't believe they leaked that picture themselves. Oh, you useless piece of crap.
Why?
You're the worst man in the world. He's doing his best. His best is not good enough. Yeah, I had one a response from a liberal on Blue Sky. It was like, it's all part of the plan. I'm sorry. I know it would be nice to believe that. Like, because the alternative is so much worse, which is just, these are like unserious children operating on whatever that day's motivation is, and they don't have a long-term plan, and that's scary. I don't know why he wants that moment. Even Obama's moment was ridiculous. We got him. We went into where we've known he is for years and managed to crash one of our own helicopters in his front garden because we're incompetent. But we got him.
Why this?
Neat. I did that one on purpose. Get up. Is this one of those co-op type games? It is. Hey, you know what? We should just go down that side and come up here, because going down... Oh, hang on, though. He always falls off down to the bottom here, though, doesn't he? So, ignore me. So I have to say, oh, this is going to be way easier. We can just fall down from the top. But I've never... I think I've landed on my feet once, but I've never successfully fell here. He always decides to roll off the side, because he's useless. There we go. No. You get up. I'm not in the mood for it today with the slow sliding. There we go. I saw that Starmer sent out. Who was it he sent out? I didn't even recognize the guy. He sent out a minister to do an interview where they were like, they were asked, should the United States annex Greenland? He was like, well, I'm obviously not here to answer hypotheticals. Like, it's not hypothetical, they're talking about it. Like, you know, obviously we'll look at the situation very carefully, you know, like non-answers. And then that went really poorly, so then Starmer came out and was like, no, Greenland should run Greenland. That's just weird, though, right? Who'd want to be, like, sort of, That's such a thankless job, isn't it, being Starmer's, like, testing the waters, you know, like, can I get away with not saying anything here? Let's have some poor sap do it first. But the thing is, you should already know how to answer that question, because they've been talking about it. Yeah, now they're threatening to do it everywhere, aren't they? I can answer that question. Will the United States invade other countries illegally in order to steal their things? Yes, they will. They've been doing it for at least half a century. All the time.
What?
Whoa. Wee. No, you don't, you little shit. I feel like I got started, yeah. It's baked into the DNA at the beginning. I'm not in... I should have played WoW today. I'm too short-tempered with him already. I should have played WoW.
Grip, grip, grip.
I feel like I just about managed to steer that back. You're allowed to change games. No, I'm not. I've started, so I'll finish.
Oh.
Now it's a point of pride. That's where you know you're in trouble, when things in these games become a point of pride. Ho, 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 ho. Part of the problem is they're all kind of really stupid as well, like all the members of Trump's team and him himself. So it's like the decisions are very spare of the moment. You could see in the press conference they were annoyed about questions like, what's going to happen now? It's like, well, don't you want to ask more about like what types of helicopters we used?
Oh no!
And like how many people were involved? Like, it's just like, who gives a toss? Sadly, some people do give a toss about that. Saw a lot of centrist takes, like, while obviously I don't agree with everything Trump does, you have to be amazed at the might of our military. Oh, I love it. Mighty they are. I want to kiss a tank. Now I remember this. Yeah, last week when I was better at the controls and not angry, I could only just about do this. So I don't know how I'm going to get over all of these today. This one is the harder one, and then there's a bit past it where you have to do sort of one of these that doesn't have a safe place to fall after it. Oh yeah. Well, they'll just turn on a dime. You know, it doesn't matter to them. America first. Let's stop nation building. Take care of America's problems.
Oh, crap.
And then Trump, you know, invades the country, and they're like, actually, well, I think this everything I said before now was wrong, and this is good. You know, it would be shameful, but I fell there every time. I've never got past that little hill. You get up, you shitbag.
Why?
What do you think this guy's political opinions are? He's probably a libertarian. If I had to guess. Yay, the flies started.
Oh!
In that he's sort of he expresses sort of self-reliance constantly, yet he is, like, you know, left to his own devices. He's pathetic and will be dead in 5 minutes. Like most libertarians.
Oh!
Whoa. No, you don't. People hate war at the same time. Yeah. Very good. Oh, that fly sound is the worst. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Trump like deliberately did this just because of the Peace Prize thing. Like kidnap Maduro and deliberately didn't appoint the Peace Prize winner to be his, just to like get one over on her. Be like, no.
Oh crap! No.
I always wonder how rural Americans have been so tricked by, like, rich coastal elite types who are really, like, Trump is like a caricature of, like, sort of, no, off we go. Down to this level. Like, he fake tans and wears makeup and has a ridiculous haircut, and he like wears suits, and he's interested in celebrity gossip, and he's really like messy and like petty and motivated by like such small concerns. But like they're the party of like the rural cowboy, rugged individual types. And it's like, how were you captured by these people? These like, you know, they wouldn't spend a day on a fucking farm. They hate you all. It's just so weird. It's like, have some fucking self-respect. I can't stand that. Bush was the same as well. Rich boy puts a cowboy hat on, buys a ranch. They're like, oh, he's a country boy. Like, no, he isn't. Like, these are like rich people who think you're worthless. And you're just proving them right. Righty-ho. Back to hell. We have so far to go up here. I don't even, like, there could be something even worse on the other side of this climb. Obviously, that's not all rural Americans, because it's just the ones who vote so clearly against their own interests. And so obviously for, like, really posh blokes. We're like, Trump is like, that's a wild one. A petty celebrity. See, that's the thing. A lot of the, you know, supporters from the country as well are themselves LARPing, you know. I'm a rancher, by which I mean I own the land. And I go there twice a year. I wear a fucking cowboy hat all the time. America it's not old enough to have developed a proper identity. It's just in its awkward tween phase. Okay. So this is where I've fallen every time. There's something about this where it looks easy every time, and then it's like deceptively hard.
Oh shit!
It's just the same thing every time.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Whoop. Guess that's it. Maybe that's the root of it. It's the... Whee. It's that it's not real enough to begin with.
Oh.
Stomp, 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 stomp. I feel like Red Bucket might have to be something I return to in time. Hee.
I hate it.
Because I am... I don't have the skills at the moment.
Ah! Whoop. Whoop.
Try fire tower. Oh yeah, the fire towers look at things, don't they? I forgot about that. One in the... Maybe we head over there. It's probably looking at the tower. That'd be funny. Whee. Actually, maybe if we head up that, we'll be able to see down to the one guy I missed earlier. Couldn't figure out how to get around. Not like there was an NPC.
Crap.
Well, the problem as well is that they don't have a decent alternative. They have the Democrats being like, we are also not going to do anything for you, and we're not even going to pander to you. So, you know, just go fuck yourselves, essentially. What was it they wanted to do? It was ice cream, wasn't it? But I've not seen ice cream.
Fuck.
It's actually the left's fault. Yeah. See, Trump must have seen a leftist saying that the West does colonial nation building, and then he must have thought it was a good idea. So he decided to do it. Trump reads a lot of leftist theory, I think. That was probably the motivation there.
Ooh. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Whoa! There, he like sprang off the cliff. Never done that before. I feel like, honestly, Labour's like I want to go in there and be like, you know, sometimes you do have to say either A or B, right? So, And like, you know about these issues ahead of time. So why don't you pick already behind closed doors what you're going to say and then go out and answer it in public instead of like trying to work it out. Ugh. I am hot. Yeah, I'm not an international rights lawyer. Right, but you are a lawyer though, aren't you? And you're a government minister, specifically tasked with talking about this sort of thing, but you know. Just so shameful. Yeah, not gonna give a run on commentary. That's a good one. We're gonna wait until all the facts are in. By which we mean until you stop asking us about it. God, this is really hard. Navigating up that last little bit. There we go. Can someone buy me one? With musical notes, it's funny.
Shit!
Nice. Well. Excuse me then. Looks like that has to be a quick step before you slide off. Look how far we've come. What on earth? We have to walk up the side, don't we? That's crazy. Whoa, like that. You useless. There we go. The red bucket taunts you. It does. Oh, I see there's a cactus further up there as well on the next rotation. That's fucking great, that is. Red bucket can eat it. This one pillar here is not helping. We can use this camera angle, but then we can't see this properly. Maybe I have to take multiple steps up the side. The big reach on a slippy platform. It was too slow there. We go play hoop. That doesn't really look doable. It's got to be this one. Yeah. Still not far enough. Yeah, Trump was sounding like he was on his last legs, and at the start of that press conference, he backed up a bit afterwards. He sounded like he was struggling to breathe for the first bit.
Oh, shit.
Oop. That's good. I feel like, you know, there was I'm not saying anything here. I'm not saying anything. I feel like, you know, there was COVID, then there was that one person who was, you know, it's very close. Well, now, okay, I'll take it. I feel like there's a lot of better alternate realities out there than the one we're living in, I will say. You know what I mean? Very hard to judge angles here. He just falls off that one. There's a lot of better timelines. On a completely separate note, not related to what I just said, there was a chance that we got Boris Johnson and Trump taken away from us cruelly during COVID when they both caught it. So there's a timeline up there where that particular couple of months would have been very interesting. You just gotta fly over it. You just gotta be like, I'm on it for a frame and then off it again. Great. It's looking at me. That's me. And the red bucket over there. And the red bucket over there. The next oh, Jesus. Well, we've learned so much from the last few pandemics, haven't we, that we'll take the next one much more seriously, I imagine. World loops, yes! It's kind of cool. Okay, everyone, what are we doing? Are we doing the bucket, or are we heading on? Past the bucket. I'll let you, well, you know, not vote on it, but, you know, I know what chat's going to say. But you see, Twitch chat is always wrong. It's part of the problem. Twitch chat like picking the wrong option. Bucket is kind of hard. I mean, it's really hard. I think it's beyond my abilities to do. So, like, a lot of people are saying, haha, bucket, because it's difficult. But I don't think a lot of people want to watch me fall down this hill for the next more than 2 hours. So, yes, we do. Well, guy who pretends he's a leg man when he's actually a foot man. That's funny. Why did I say that? I don't remember saying that. That's a funny concept, though. I've made myself laugh.
Touch it. Boom.
Want more whining about Voyager? No, I have to ban Voyager as a topic. No Voyager talk. Because it gets me going for like, I can do half an hour on Voyager every day without running out of steam about it. I think I inadvertently made someone uncomfortable. And I feel bad about it. Not Ashley, although probably Ashley. No, my crab walk was working so well. Someone tried to add me on Steam about 8 years ago, and I didn't accept it. I just did, you know, I didn't accept the friend request. No offense to the person. I just never had before. I just don't look at the Steam social stuff a lot, you know? But then, Steam updated its UI or something, and it started telling me about it more prominently. It was like, someone has sent you a friend request, and now I know it's about 8 years old. But I clicked accept on it, and they immediately sent me a question mark in the chat. And then they banned me, or blocked me, or whatever. So they immediately blocked me. So I think they thought I somehow friended them just out of the blue. You know, like they clearly like didn't know who it was, or they'd forgotten that they sent me that reply, like that thing. I think I freaked them out a bit. Obviously some kind of hack, yeah. So I didn't want to be, oh, you sent me a friend request almost a decade ago, and I kept forgetting about it and never accepted it. But Steam was annoying me about it, so I clicked accept. Sorry. They got just, Sean has accepted your friend request out of the blue. Probably did think they were being hacked. It was someone who used to watch the stream way back when.
Oh!
You go left, you. There we go.
Oh, again.
Sometimes it just takes 8. See, it's just, it wasn't annoying before, but whatever Steam did to the socials UI, it made it irritating. Look at him! Look, he does it deliberately. Ugh.
God.
He fucking wriggles towards the edge. He's determined to fall off. This guy weighs more than 200 pounds. He would not glide on sand. He fell face forward onto it. I go quickly up that one. Next time we fall back to that one place outside this, we need to go find and answer that phone, just so all the times we're climbing up here, the phone stops ringing. That would be nice. Great. That ledge on top is not slippy enough for him to slide off it in the way he did. Ooh, I'm annoyed. There we go. Oh, how miserable. Well, you asked for this. It's what you asked for. You get the content you deserve.
Oh. Okay. Whoop.
Don't just hop to the side for no reason. Eh. There we go. Look how all that is just to get to the bottom of this hill. You made it accessible. You gotta climb a hill and then cross a bridge with a cactus on it. You've even got to be like really careful here, like you can't slip. Or your foot might touch the cactus and he just totally falls over. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Yo.
Ah, there we go. I'm gonna take my jumper off. Oh, very good, very good. I want this game, but you play as a mountain goat that can't fall over. Okay, very good. It's just so far away.
Ah.
Am I allowed to cheat a little bit? I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Is that okay? Whoa. Nearly fell over. How does one cheat? I'm going to activate 100% of my brain. It's really dangerous to do. And it's going to shorten my lifespan. By 10 years. There we go. gonna go Ultra Instinct. Useless guy from Baby Steps. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT for tips.
Shit. Fuck. Beep, beep.
They should put in just a joke character, you know, like him, and he literally can't do anything, he just step up and down. Maybe you can pull out and eat a fruit and it restores like 5% health. There we go. This isn't just baby. You know what? He would legitimately be a good prepper. Imagine if you, like, went up to a house and it was this guy.
Oh shit.
And he spoke that awkwardly. But at Norman Reedus.
Ah! Oh crap. Oh. Shit. Oh. Oh no. Crap. Oh. Yep.
Without getting drawn into a long conversation about it, Voyager has some good aspects. Me and Ashley watched the one that starts out with Neelix getting a foot massage. And she was like, that's disgusting. That's legitimately disgusting. She was appalled by it.
Fuck.
Oh, I have a picture to send you all, by the way. One sec. Let me save this. That. And then close that. Open my file explorer and find it and drag it into OBS and then resize it so it's not enormous. Ashley saw this this little hollow projection in Cyberpunk when she was walking around, and she went, "Is that Karl Marx?" You know what? I made fun of her at the time, right? But I can kind of see it a little bit. Yeah. You know, I can see it a little bit. A hollow projection of Karl Marx would be a really funny thing for a cyberpunk character to have in like their penthouse corporate apartment, I think. But yeah, that's funny, eh? Hey.
Oh no.
Forward progress. I feel like I'm supposed to have learned something by this point that helps me deal with this. And I haven't. I haven't learned whatever the game is expecting me to learn.
Oh crap!
Clearly the intended solution there.
Uh,
Okay. I really didn't expect him to so violently fall. Alright, to the phone this time. No, see, I was using 100% brain, but then I got distracted by telling you the Ashley story. That's the problem. That's what happened there. And then I forgot to continue using 100% brain when I came back to play the game again. It's an infamous spot. Oh, that's great, isn't it? I love that there's an infamous spot midway up. That's great. Yeah. Okay, I'm going up that hill this time. I think the phone is probably on top of that hill. One of those two over there. And the sound it makes.
your butt. Where's the quad?
The phone. There we go. Oh. I agree with Ashley. I can see how she fought it at one. Oh my god, as if. You piece of shit.
Not here.
Every time. I get to the top of there at least once. Easy. And then he just will fall over. It's just such a bullshit place to just have a random trip. When it's like, yep. Of course I hate him so much. Look at him not grabbing the ground.
You don't know.
He can't use his arms. Unless it's to put on a hat. It's quite genius, really, to make you watch like a human not do something that's like... It's like, if you just held on. You just held a rock or the floor or something. What we're meant to conclude of this guy's story. I think the game ends with him... No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say the game ends with him doing something and you're meant to cheer. But that's not true. I shouldn't say that. It's not a subject that should be joked about. But if he did do that, I'd think it was good. I didn't say what it was. It could have been making a sandwich. If he made a sandwich, I think it'd be good. Well, we know he does drugs. He smokes weed. Maybe this is like an anti-weed thing. He just needed to be away from the bong to get his life together. Ho, 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 ho. answer I'm attempting to answer the phone. I just don't know where it is yet. So we're exploring for it.
God. Ow.
I knew we were going to fall, but I managed to fall with little enough momentum to not slide all the way down the hill. Which I'm taking as a win. That's what counts as a win. I have not got the big red bucket yet. It looks too hard. It's like that bit now that's right above his head. I fall off that every time. But then you got to go all the way around the back. And then there's more, and then there's a bit with a cactus as well. It's really difficult. I could do it in 1 second. Do it! Stream this. And if you get to the red bucket, I will gift you 20 subs. The gauntlet has been laid down. I've been doing it repeatedly in my mind. It probably looks easy, right?
Oh no!
The phone feels like it's gotta be... What the fuck is this, though? That's really rough, innit? I feel like we've taken on just an equally difficult challenge here. I could do this in 2 seconds, it's easy. How did you do with the Jump King? Any chance? Oof. I don't know here, I'm stuck. Maybe we've got to go for that, right? So I'll get this one there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, not quite. Nate, I hate you. I guess if we fall down here, because we can't get back up there, we may as well do a run at the red bucket. Went at least 4 screens up many times. Remember I did a long Jump King stream where anytime anyone gifted a sub, I went down a stream. down a screen even. That was good, wasn't it? Oh, you fucking... Yeah, there we go. I did that too. I didn't need the sub incentive. I got into the red bucket. It takes about 5 minutes from the bottom of it. What are you talking about? No, it doesn't. If you speed running, it probably does. Let's get that bucket. Oh. Oh. Step, 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 step. Step. Okay. Dad watching football noises. Okay. Let's do it. Here we go. This is the run. Twitch just said, welcome to the chat room. So I lost connection for a second. Where? There we go. Oh, he tries to walk it up.
Daddy.
Oh. Oh. There we go. This guy or President Bridges. Honestly, Amelie is just weird. I'm glad she wasn't really in the sequel much. She was the weak link to that story. She means something to Kojima that is totally inscrutable to anyone else, I think. When she spells out her fucking name and breaks it down for you, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this Harry Potter? What are you doing? You can't do that. He really kind of went off the deep end at the end of the first Death Stranding, didn't he? What if they don't get the etymology of the character's name? I need to have a 30-minute cutscene where she talks about it. They leave something to the critics, you know? They've got to eat.
God.
You have to explain every tiny little thing. Yeah, to be fair, she must be pretty bored. She's got a lot of speeches prepared in her head. It's just such a long run to get back to the bit where I'm really not very good at getting over it. Hey, getting over it. How apropos. So we get up this one by running into the wall here. Sam Porter Bridges Strand. Every single element of that name. I mean, you know, it's pointless complaining about anything when Die Hard man is is right there. Now this is a regular amount of brain. This one, I don't want to. Can't do it too many times in one day, or it makes me have a nosebleed.
Shit!
I never really believed that 10% of the brain thing. It's always seemed fake. Oh shit, I was supposed to look into something today and I totally blanked on it so far. I'll do it after the stream. Big Joel asked for my help with some statistics. And I feel like the very unhelpful answer. It was actually from Jared Taylor's website. He sent me some awful race statistics, which, like, the implication they'd drawn from the numbers was that 1 in 20 black men will be a murderer over the course of their lifetime or something. It's like, that's ridiculous. Which it obviously is. But he couldn't work out exactly in the numbers where they went wrong. And I think it's just that they made it up. They made up the initial numbers. It's because the stats they were using seemed wrong initially. And they said they were sourced from the FBI for 2021, but I could not find where they pulled the stats from at all. And in fact, the FBI stopped reporting the stats in the way that they'd said it. They'd got it from it in 2019. So that might be the point. Like the trick there might just be we made it up. Fuck you. But yeah. I just slip down this just every time. It's crazy. The right side seems even slippier. The other tricks in the numbers, I have to pause because I can't tell when this flies, was it was from the pandemic years when there was a big increase in the murder rate because the economic downturn, and they were assuming that those trends would hold into the future, which is a ridiculous thing to do because why would it? It never has before. And the other thing was multiplying that year's data, or what they claimed was that year's data, by the amount of the average life expectancy of a black man in the United States, as if every year in his life it's going to be an equal chance he's going to I don't know, there's not too many 2-year-olds killing people, there's not too many 80-year-olds killing people. It seems a little bold to assume a particularly bad year for murders is one going to continue forever and also going to have an equal chance for every black person every year. It's terrible twos can be a problem. You know what? Maybe it is walking up the right side. Maybe it's deceptive and the right side is less. Although I went up the left side successfully, didn't I? Let's do some probing. if you work that out, you get, yeah, like the murder rate per, again, every time I start to talk, the slide starts again. The murder rate for that year would have been more than double it has been in the past 100 years, which I don't think it would have been. That would be a big statistical anomaly, certainly one you couldn't assume would just continue into the future forever. But also, if that were true, I did some quick, like, you know, sort of mental arithmetic and was working it out and was like, this would mean, like, you know, because you can count people who've been murdered pretty successfully because it's the number of dead bodies. There wouldn't be enough people dying, basically. Another problem in the stats is it assumed every murderer killed one person instead of, like, you know, one guy is a particularly dangerous criminal who kills many people. But there wouldn't have been enough people, like murder victims, to be killed just by the section of murderers who are black men. Also, it said murderers per, when I don't think that's how it would have worked, especially not over the course of 1 year, right? It was probably arrests was the data they were working with. Like, people arrested for, and obviously there's a bias in that. But I couldn't find where they were pulling the numbers from, so I couldn't check if it was right or not. But I don't think it would have said murderers per for a particular year, especially if it was that year, because not all murder trials are successfully resolved within a year, are they? Like, more about in the latter half of the year, those trials would be set for the next year, usually. So it was probably arrests they were working with, and they were just treating them as if they were convictions. Which is probably why they ended up with a rate that was more than double what the actual murder rate has been in the past 100 years. Ooh. Very good. No, you get up. Don't keep sliding. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, basically, every single person who would have died of murder in the United States over the course of that year would have had to have been killed by, like, a group of 10 black men acting simultaneously, which doesn't sound very likely. Nice. I'm feeling more confident about that bit now. If you know, you know. If you're in on the secret.
Oh no!
I'm gonna start saying if you know, you know about. Very popular references, that's funny. Ooh, okay. Really, though, the fact that it was on Jared Taylor's website being posted by Jared Taylor means, you know, he's like one of the most prominent neo-Nazis in the world. There we go. Shallower if you tack across. Yeah, probably. A fair assumption. This one you can be relatively slack with because he only falls on his back when you fall off this one. And then the next one is the same. I feel bad for not putting out those little backer videos I said I was going to. I've got them. It's just, you know, all Christmas nonsense. It's over now, though, so should sort my shit out and get to it. And I shall. Only for the smallest backers, yeah. It would be really funny to put out a backer video specifically for lower tiers and not for higher tiers. Be like, really happy for anyone who gives me more, but you're not seeing this one. This one's it's too casual for you. Ooh, I'm struggling to get hooked onto the top here. There we go. See that takes like 10 attempts, and then they do ones with like less secure footing, like where you can't fall, which is just so cruel. Like, now do it again, except this time without a safety net. You're like, oh, but I don't really know. I don't really understand it. No, he just tripped. He just tripped. He tripped for no reason. You piece of shit.
Okay.
Well, he didn't go all the way down at least. So I'll let him off. I saw China tested a fucking 600-kilometer-an-hour monorail. Like, one of those maglev ones. That's wild. 600? No, hang on. They're building a 600. The one they tested went 800, right? It sent a ton 800 kilometers an hour, which is almost as fast as a fucking commercial airliner. The one Japan is building goes 500, and the one China's building goes 600, I think. But the test one they did, I mean, it would have killed someone with the G-forces if they were in it, probably. But obviously it won't accelerate quite so fast if it was a commercial product. Okay, I thought I was somewhere else. It's like, I'm there. Nope, I'm not.
Oh, crap.
Oh yeah, I'm talking in kilometers now.
Oh,
Yo.
yo. Oh, yep.
Well,
Oh,
annoyingly, I thought I was on the level above. I haven't often landed on this level right there. Unless that problem's solved, I know where I am now.
oh, bother.
Did I accidentally start out by saying miles an hour there? Because I've only been thinking in kilometers. It's incredible though. .800 kilometers is very fast. I know it's very fast. But did... Oh, okay, fine. Find it. This just happened recently. There you go. There's a news story about it. 800 kilometers an hour. There you go. It is extremely fast.
Whoop. Oh, shit.
There we go. Yeah, mostly the really fast city to city, like high speed rail, will go like, you know, it'll run a track and it'll stop in like 4 or 5 cities, and then you swap to slower local trains or trams or, you know, whatever. There's not much point of an incredibly fast train if it's always stopping. 800 in under 6 seconds. Yeah, obviously, if it was at all like this is for passengers, they'd need to ramp that up much more slowly. Because otherwise it'd just explode everyone's eyeballs or something.
God.
Useless.
Oh.
You useless git. But yeah, the commercial ones being built at 500, and I think China's in the early stages of building a 600, right?
Yeah.
Where? See, that's a big part of my video about it is, you know,
Watch it burn.
how much more socially useful trains are. Like, even if they're a little slower end to end on a line, they make so many stops. They move, like, one vehicle ends up moving groups of people over multiple different journeys on one track, whereas a plane can only go end to end. It's difficult to explain that to individualistic Americans, though. Like, but what's faster for me? So I'm spend a lot of time talking about airports and how slow airports are. It's like, remember you have to spend an extra 2 hours in the airport. That counts on the journey time. Can't just hop on a plane, can you? The other thing for just specifically for American drivers is you don't have to use the train, but other people might want to, and that'll take other cars off the road, so you drive places faster. A lot of it's like, okay, how do I phrase this in a way that it sounds good to someone who is selfish and horrible? Like, all the times you're stuck in traffic, imagine if there was a train line nearby and a whole bunch of the people in the cars around you were on the train instead. Then your drive would be better in your car. Hope you get past this part. We're not going to get to the red bucket today. I'm sorry to say. It's beyond my skills. I haven't found my center yet. I'm still pre the training montage song for this bit. Oh, thank you for having faith in me, and thank you for the jiggly bits there. It'll be a man from Mulan, I think, without any of the lyrics changed. It's still about defeating the Hun. There we go. Okay. Ugh. Every time I get to hear the way actually forward through the game calls out to me. It's like, come over here, progress to the next level, give up on the bucket. What's there going to be, a 10-second improv cutscene? Walk, 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 walk. This will be so much easier when we unlock the exoskeleton and the trike and the helicopter. I assume it's all coming. Give up on this game really quick compared to Getting Over It. Well, Getting Over It didn't actually attempt to wind you up with irritating sounds. It played quite nice little songs at you, actually, when you fell. It was like it was more forgiving, you know? You get like a nice quote or a song or something. When you fall in this, it's like, would you like to listen to annoying fucking fart noises in the background as you walk back up the hill? It was an Australian man talking. You know, for an Australian man though, he had I like Bennett Foddy's voice.
Shit.
I lived in Australia. I know how bad it can get.
Fuck.
Damn. Ugh.
Grip, grip, grip. Ugh.
Soundtrack is fucking scream and fart compilation. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Big steppy over that bit. Gymplaylist.jammer.io. I'm not gonna click that.
Ah.
Hey, when both his feet start sliding. It's just so panic inducing.
Shit.
Nope.
Ah.
Well, that's as far as we've been. It's still a whole other revolution. Back up we go. I will never give up. But I feel as though I'll never sort of physically give up. Mentally, though. Long time ago.
God.
I don't think I started. I don't think I've began. Okay. Right. Bennett Foley. Oh my god. Okay, stop being funny. Stop trying to be funny. My god, He goes. He goes backwards if you do this. Imagine if this had the sort of feedback resistance triggers on the PS5 pad. If they utilize that, this would be horrible.
Yep. Ah. Oh. Ow.
Okay. You get. There we go.
Why this specific thing happening right now?
'Cause you're useless. Woohoo! I never thought I'd make. I was like, I've never made it up there before, so I was like, we'll just go full pelt and see if the momentum carries us. And it did. It's definitely a game where there are moments where running full pelt at something is best, and there's moments where taking your time and picking your way forward as slowly as possible is best. And there's not really a way to find out which is best beyond just trying it and falling. Murder me. Don't actually murder me, that was a joke, Twitch. Don't ban me. No ban, please. I can hear a plane really loud, but I've got my windows shut. Must be very low. Oh my god, it's the Americans. They've come for Starmer. No, please. Please don't take Starmer away from us. I was outraged then. And when I started, I was like, I've never slipped down this slope before. Not once. There we go. Oh. Whoa. I like when he says he's got a fiance and her name is Strum.
Oh no!
The donkey goes, well, we mustn't keep you from Strum. There we go. Ashley used to think I started each stream by strumming a guitar, like playing a chord on a guitar, which is, I love that. She thought that because what I actually used to do is reposition my mic arm, which has a spring in it. So when I bring the mic down into my streamer position, it goes whom like that, you know, because of the spring catching on something. So Ashley used to hear that. I was like, I'm gonna go stream, and then she hears that noise, so she thought I like got a guitar out and went from just one note, and then streamed. It would be a really weird intro. Do you play the guitar? Technically. A little bit. I'm gonna play one note. You're gonna start doing it now. I think there is a guitar in one of these cupboards. Kidnapping one person definitely isn't the way to topple the regime, and if you leave their fucking vice president in charge, and they're just like, now do what we say, or we'll come back and kidnap you as well. Eep. Yeah, Rocker. I asked Blue Sky actually when I was first writing this video how long people leave for the airport, you know, like going through security and everything like that. And most people leave 2 hours. Would you all say that's fair? Yeah. Just gonna double check with you lot. I aim for like 2 hours usually, you know. Plane takes off at 12, you want to be in the airport for 10. Just in case there's any, like, sometimes getting through stuff takes a while. Me and Ashley were in an airport where we landed and then the immigration line, they had like a fucking 1,000 people in there and there were like 2 people on. It took like an hour and a half. Awful. Hate having to jump on if it's taken off. The I always do too. I know some people, like, you know, if you fly a lot and it's from an airport that you know and it's right by your house and you know, you're not that worried about it. I get why someone would be like an hour or 90 minutes, but
Oh shit.
oh, we just oh, he wanted to do all of that. He wanted to go. He went all the way this time. It was like a single person working to process a whole plane of 300. Yeah, it's wild. And I've been in like good airports where they just wave through whole crowds of people, you know, like whatever, come on in. And bad airports where, you know, the single person working the hundreds of people is like a huge prick and it's like gonna ask you 500 questions. See, this one of the places, Japan, is good because they hire too many people to do everything. So there's like, you know, 300 people getting off the plane and there's fucking 300 people working to process you on the other end. Showed up 3 hours early and still missed it because the queue for the baggage check was delayed. So, oh my god, that's hideous. They had to close Liverpool Airport today because there was snow on the runway. Isn't that amazing news? Yep. Oh my god! What's happened? We've broken him. Get up. Okay. No, he's given up. I'm game, but he is like... He's in just fall over randomly mode. Lovely. I know there are some airports in the States which are like ludicrously big, and it's like just walking from the plane to the baggage claim is like 45 minutes or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, it's one of my big points is it's not a comparable journey, because unless you're the president, the plane doesn't take off when you get to the airport. You have to get there early to go through the humiliating processes. And then the particular post I'm complaining about compared the flight time to America's trains, which, if you're designing a hypothetical high-speed rail system, we're not using anything that's currently in America, no offense. Like, why not these other trains, which already exist and go twice as fast? And put them in.
Okay.
Yeah, they can only very sporadically get up to like any sort of respectable speed, trains in the US.
Oh. Oh crap.
It's just, I kind of, the inefficiency of having like, you know, it's the United States and like its coastal cities, like they are an hour apart by rail, or they are a 4-hour drive, or they are a 3-hour flight once you factor in the 2 hours you gotta dick around in the airport. It's like, it's just so much better to have a train. And that there isn't a train is like bewildering.
Watch out.
Well, there is a train and it takes fucking 7 hours and like a sleepy fucking steam locomotive. There we go. Lovely. Nope. Nope. I kind of hate that. Like, it's just like, you obviously have a freight line and a passenger line, right? It's fucking 2 lines of steel on the ground. We cracked this. We've... had trains. Get your shit together.
Oh crap!
Nice. To walk from the house to the nearest village was 45 minutes or 4 hours on the bus. That is wild. Oh, 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 oh,
Oh!
oh. It came once a week. That's crazy. I was sitting in a coach out of Manhattan that moved like 10 feet in like the last 30 minutes. I was like, I can't believe this is what the Americans are doing. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's honestly like you could get a whole TV show out of just taking people from developed countries to America and showing them bits of it. Being like, look, this is how the healthcare system is. This is how the trains are. And watching them just like balk at it. I'd love to see the American perspective on that. Like, because I know Americans are like propagandized to think their country's the best, but it's like not even acceptable world standards in a whole bunch of departments, you know? Honestly, a lot of them just don't know any better. They're brought up like your country's the best, so they assume it must just be worse everywhere else, you know? It's like, no, it's like way better here. Like the trains that run past my house are terrible and overly priced, but they come every 15 minutes reliably and will take me into the nearby big city in 15 minutes. Like they're fine for that. They just cost about 10 times as much as they should. And if that wasn't there, every fucker on the train would be driving into the city, so the drive would take way longer because the roads would be clogged. Why can't people think? No one can think with their brain. I want to do a YouTube video in the cadence of me whining on stream at one point. Be like, people are dumb and they don't think about things. Oh, that was weird. Both of his legs came up at once then.
Oh shit!
He just gave up there. Just one more lane. What if we put the lane underground?
Yep. Fuck! God!
This one is such a killer. Because it's like, even though it's hard to fall off from a fall here, it just takes so long to get up. And then there's the two difficult ones right behind it. And then God knows what behind that. I know there's a cactus further up. It's my first time riding functional public transit. Pretty amazing, right? Like, again, the UK is rubbish, but it's amazing compared to the US. Remember, I went on the Shinkansen in Japan and I was like, holy shit. And those are decades old by now. There's way faster ones. Fancy ass bullet train. And got a little, a lunch bento box served in a little box that looked like a Shinkansen. That's fucking awesome. And it was cheap for what it was as well. Nope, he gave up.
Ow.
Okay, not all the way down at least. I don't need a schedule. Yeah. I like that about trains near my house, because it's like I just walk down there whenever, because even if I just miss one, there'll be one in 12 minutes. Like it's fine, you know, you can just turn up whenever you want. Unless it's Sunday, when they come every half an hour, then I have to think about it a bit, but you know. I'm going to Japan in February. Have fun. Remember, Japanese people, they might seem shy, but they're really chatty and they like when you come up and talk to them. And they like when you eat in public as well. They really like seeing foreigners eat on the train and offer to share it with the Japanese people. Oh yeah, trams everywhere. I'm also, like, I'm not going to say this in the video, of course, so this will probably be clipped for later, but I'm in favor of banning cars for people who don't need them, outside of very particular circumstances. But that's too far away for Americans, right? In particular. Like, no, you shouldn't have a car. It's like, that's way too far away, because they can't conceptualize a world without it, you know? You need to be able to conceptualize a world without it before you can suggest getting rid of it.
Oh shit.
Nice. I mean, should we have a tram or should we have a bus? That is a good discussion to be having. I'm happy to be having those sorts of discussions. Whoa. But, you know, instituting car ban is, like, the bad way to go about that. The better way is to first, like, completely blanket the world in car alternatives that actually make sense. Then you introduce, like, you know, inner city, like, charges for them to incentivize people to not use them. And you just sort of slowly strangle it. Death by 1,000 cuts, you know. Transition away from car-centric. Make them more difficult to use, you know. Make people have to think about, like, parking and shit like that they wouldn't otherwise have to think about. See Jay Foreman's video on trams. I haven't actually, no. If someone... Well, I could find it from that, I'm sure. Yeah. Bus lane is acceptable. And that's also good because it's less space for cars.
Oh shit!
There we go. Nice. I love the places that are like, this is like a train without a track, and it's just a bus. You know, they're just they're just hiding the fact that it's just a bus because they put the wheels behind little sheets. I love that shit. That's really good. It would be a good gag to be like, hey, have you ever seen this video or this article? And then when a mod permits a link to just post Goatsy. Don't do it, but it would be funny. Okay. So this is as far as we have been. I fell at the next obstacle. Which I don't even know. It was just this ledge, wasn't it, over here? Yeah, I tried to step up it in one and he wasn't having it. Okay, there we go. Permit Goatsy. Fizzy, you do not have the Goatsy account. Hassan. Oh. Ah. Now that's fucked. What's this shit? Oh, that's horrible. There's only one way I can think of doing this, and it's not good. I see a shiny up there. It's a fruit. There'll be a fruit on the tree at the top. So all I can think of doing here is stepping on the slope with my left leg and then trying to clear it in one. Like that, but, you know, without the fall. That's doable, isn't it? We're getting further up. See how long you can keep like the flailing momentum going. It's really funny. There's always a little tiny chance that you'll spring off and fall off the edge here as well, which is horrid. Look at that one. He just face plants. There's always a chance your foot just hits the ground funny and you just fall over as well, which is really, really horrible. Get up. Nope. I saw a fruit that time. I got close enough. Oh, he won't even stand up now. It really does feel like sometimes he just is like, I'm not gonna let you take a step, you fucker. Like constantly falling.
Oh shit!
There we go. Oh, excuse me. Oh, he rolled. That's not good. Get up.
Foop.
Not good. He rolled. Don't you start. Lovely. The reward is going to be a horrible cutscene of the camera right up in his face as he munches at apple or whatever and goes, "Apple!" There we go. It's so annoying because it looks so doable, doesn't it? It's like it could be. It probably is for someone. But not me today. Grab walk attack.
Oh shit!
There's a lot to just like just like not giving him the opportunity to fall over, you know. It's like I'm taking the next step before you fall, you fucker. nice, 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 nice. Okay. There we go.
Grip. Oh no.
It runs out here though.
Oh crap.
Tea and hot dog. Don't remember saying that. It's when we first started noticing my brain was going.
Ooh.
Very good.
Whoop. Fuck. Yep.
Yeah, it's that second one. You really can't. Whee. We get tea and hot dog. That's a good clip. I caught myself when I said it though. Skip.
Whoop.
I think part of the issue here is that you can't just storm up there because you have to go forward and then stop and then right and then up again, which is like...
Crap.
really overly precise. Would you like to know what's in the... It's a fruit. No, this is a fruit. Ugh. It's falling over all the time now. It's one of them. We'll see if we can get the phone on the way this time. Ashley's still playing through Cyberpunk. She's playing it as a wholly stealth game. Nope. Where if she gets seen at all by anyone, she restarts the mission. No one's going to have a fucking clue who V is in Night City. Ashley's run.
What am I looking at? Lamau.
Thank you very much for the 14-month sub. You're looking at some useless prick playing baby steps. Does she have any sick chrome? See, Ashley doesn't like dealing with inventory management in games. By doesn't like means like I mean she resolutely refuses to do it. So she's walking around over encumbered with a bag full of 500 guns that she refuses to break into components or sell. And anytime she hears someone is looking at you noise, she restarts. And I occasionally take control of the game and do inventory management and install cyberware for her. Her World of Warcraft bag was a fucking disaster. It was a war crime. When we played WoW together, I would have to log on to her character before mine, like 10 minutes before, and fix it. Like, you are carrying around quest items from 10 levels ago. Pieces of crap that you're like never gonna use. Alright. Bone failure. Let's head back to the thing.
God.
Like a pit crew. Yeah. Yeah, also, I love Ashley, but she's such a sap when it comes to letting people off the hook.
Oh no.
She thinks they're sad. They're like, you know, they'll write in the most, like, unforgivable villain who's like, I'm allowed to run over poor people because I'm rich and important and I'll never face justice. Nah, nah, nah. Now, go away. I'll give you a pittance to not shoot me. And, you know, they're expecting you to, like, shoot her, obviously. But Ashley's like, I feel sorry for her. I don't want to kill her. Aw. It's almost like she shouldn't be an assassin.
Your butt.
I just, you know, every so often I put all the clothes I've picked up in my stash. Every so often I sell all the guns. They'll sell gun points all over the game. I carry 2 guns. Well, I have a knife I use.
Sean Pillow 1, Sean Pillow 2.
Secret Chiefs, thank you very much for the sub. I have a knife I use in stealth. And then when I break stealth, I have a revolver. And that's it. That's the only 2 things I carry around.
Up.
TF2 spy. Shit. Nearly walked into the cactus thing because I was laughing. I just picked up my mug to drink out of it, and there was nothing in there. I'm glad I don't have webcam on during these. He touched it. I think he did say yabai. That's crazy. I'm using a silenced non-lethal. Yeah, I mean, it's all you need, really, isn't it? Unless you're playing, like, fun. See, I have a knife. I throw at people's heads. Put all my points into knife damage. Hate you. Useless git. I've got, yeah, a non-lethal knife. I like a knife with a non-lethal mod, and you throw it and it sticks into someone's head, and you're like, oh, okay. Non-lethal. I want to do a cyberpunk run where I use like a shotgun or, you know, something else other than creeping around. Creeping around and hacking.
Oh no!
Excuse me.
Okay.
When you get overclock and also either suicide or system collapse in that game, it sort of becomes a very simple game. where you can automatically turn off enemies just using your brain by looking at them, which is good fun, I will say. I still like that. It's fun to get a mission to kill someone, and then you drive up to the building and hack into the security cameras and find where they are and make them shoot themselves in the face or pull the pin on a grenade or something by hacking them, and you don't even have to get out the car. That's cool, like cyberpunk hacker spy stuff, you know. I like that. Useless. No, he doesn't fancy it. He doesn't fancy it. There we go. Hopefully the flies stop soon. I could listen to ducks and pigs all day. Happy with those. Nope, nope, nope. Nice. Nope, he just collapsed. Come on, dude. Nope. Stop. Stop falling over for no reason. Useless. Ugh. It does annoy me. It's Jump King is completely deterministic to your inputs, right? There's like all you can do is jump. You can pick a direction and a power, and that's it. This, he will stand perfectly fine on his legs for 10 seconds, and then his legs will just fall out from under him for seemingly no reason. It'd be like in Jump King if he jumped occasionally without you asking him to, you know? Then it's annoying. There we go. You've missed so much. And yet so little, though, is the thing. You've mainly missed this. If you watch for the next 30 seconds, you'll have seen the whole stream. I am now stuck at the bottom of the stairs leading up to the thing, up to the red bucket. And I can't get past them. I can't do it. I've done it 10 times today. Often without any trouble. Now he just will fall over. Consistently. And I don't know why. There we go.
Oh no.
Brain time. I go with the right foot into this one. There we go. Now. The cactus. That little one on the left. Little sneaky one there. Stepping around the outside. There we go. That's a funny one. I'm occasionally humorous, Sonny. Here we are. Straight up to the top. I'm full of fire now.
Yep.
I'm doing it. It's gonna happen. I feel cheered on by the music.
Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, crap.
There we go. 400. I like the idea that the only times I've been funny are the quotes. Everything else I've said that's like that attempted a joke, people have been like, nah, no, it's not worth quoting.
Oh.
Is there a TAS of this game yet?
Whoa.
Again, I don't want to watch it yet because I'm like, in case there's like, you know, something exciting further up. I would like to see that. Don't watch, there is spoilers. Is there? You know, it could spoil like the best route up an obstacle or something, you know. Don't want to do that. Ugh. You see the ending. Oh yes, spoilers. The way forward taunting me again. There's the red bucket. This bit, I just don't have a clue. I mean, I've got one idea other than the other idea I did. It's dumb as hell. Oh, there it goes all the way down. That would work though. I just need to pull it off better. I think that's the tactic, is to just treat it like it's a diagonal, you know?
Oh no!
Yeah. I've floated before. He just sort of floats about, doesn't he? A big, useless sack of shit. I feel more secure in that way. I just tried that where we like walk at the wall and just make our way along rather than trying to step on and off it. Like that seems too difficult. I think it would work as well, but
Oh crap!
I'm practicing. That's the sort of thing we need to do up there, isn't it? Just getting about midway across and then taking too big of a step because you're rushing is the killer of that one. Need to be really careful. Anyone can take because you're Russian and do whatever they want with it there. It's a free setup for a punchline. Don't feel bad if you were typing one and I stepped on it there. You can still do it. Brilliant, Lexi. Very good for end to that joke. Hook on Manwood. Was that an auto-generated Stellaris name? Ah. Nice. Is there a phone ringing? There is. Every so often I attempt to find it, but it's up another really difficult to climb hill. So I usually fall down and then give up. There we go. I was telling Ashley that the hardest I've ever laughed, there's been 2 times. One was when I worked at the university and I had to type up a bunch of statements that had been written by nursing university students, and they were so illiterate that it became hilarious to me. That was that was one. The other time was, it seems it's not. It's sort of been ruined for me now, because it was years ago, and it was back when AI generated stuff was funny because it was so bad, right? Instead of now where it's boring because it's so monotone. But that set of AI generated Hearthstone cards that people made, someone made and made art for them and made them look like real cards. Oh god, that slayed me. For some reason, just the Blood Manos, yeah, all minions. Just all minions with all in caps and nothing else. It's really funny. There's just something about the format of it needing to proclaim what the card does and it doing nothing. Or like generating a card that has attack but 0 health, so you play and it just dies and it does nothing. That's funny. Oh. I like the one that was generated that was called the Flame Wanker. I like the one where it just said she-friendly minion. That makes me laugh a lot. I think about that every time I see the word friendly. Just she-friendly minion. Doesn't do anything. She's just friendly. Oh yeah, the one that's got taunt like 10 times. Oh, it's cute, isn't it? Oh, we should have had like a decade where they were there. That was fun, you know? And we're just pretending they can do people's jobs and be therapists and stuff, and they can't. Shook on Manwood. That post is that from 11 years ago? Holy shit. I think I just want another 10 years. Or like Germa's AI dungeon streams are great. You know, like before it could come up with a coherent narrative, so it like kept changing things and getting things wrong. That's fun.
Oh. God.
There we are. Back here in record time. We haven't got to the cactus yet. Well, that's as far as we've been. What? I hope he dies one of these times when he hits the ground. He should have a hidden health bar. And one of these times he should just not get up. Oh! yeah, that's going to be it for today. 0 forward progress. We'll come back next time. And we will continue trying to do that for another 3 hours. We got further up towards the thing, but we didn't get there. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support. As always, I might be back tomorrow. I might keep doing like off main WoW streams. I've been enjoying those. I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna raid Fion, who's playing Shine Hill. Go say hello from me. And I'll see you either tomorrow or back with more baby steps on Wednesday. I'll see you then, folks. Bye.